Hey YouTube family. I felt really moved to share today. And I don't quite know exactly what the Lord wants me to share, but I'm just going to let Him speak and listen to Him myself and hopefully share something encouraging or edifying for whoever He sends here. He's been speaking to me really strongly today about just standing. I've been through some really heavy stuff in the previous weeks, months, and just came out of like a really severe illness, virus, whatever it was. This thing seems to be going around. I've seen a lot of people in the watching community who seems to be hit by this, whatever it is, but it really took me under for a fair while. And coming out of that, I felt just a new level of like exhaustion and just weariness, I guess. And I was already really in that place before this took place. So I want to speak, I want to speak to the people who are finding themselves just at a loss for what the next step is, or what what is going to take place next. They've been seeking God, they've been following Him, they've been hearing His voice, they've been diligently, doing what He tells them to do, and yet things just seem to be getting increasingly more difficult. Their strength seems to be like reducing, and they don't see necessarily an end point very clearly. And that's where I've been. But in the midst of all of that, I can still hear His voice leading me each day. I can hear Him speaking to me and encouraging me, and that gives me faith and it gives me strength. But at the same time, it's still a very narrow road. It's a very it's a narrowing road, I would say. And so anyway, this morning, as I was just speaking to the Lord and asking Him, what are you saying for me today? How are you leading me? He was bringing me to Ephesians chapter 6, and it talks about the armor of God, and it talks about that we are not waging a war against flesh and blood. Our battle, even though we are having so many encounters with flesh and blood that are causing us, difficulties or stress or fear or doubt or whatever it is, but that the real battle is definitely not people. The real battle is with the spiritual powers that are, attacking people themselves, and then therefore these people, bring hardships to us also. And he was saying in the midst of speaking about this that when you've done everything, because Ephesians chapter 6 verse 13, it talks about putting on the full armor of God. So this is the amplified version. I really appreciate the expanded verbiage that it uses to explain the Greek, because I feel like sometimes things get missed when they're translated into English, but the amplified, I just find it helpful. So Ephesians 6:13, therefore put on God's complete armor, that you may be able to resist and stand your ground on the evil day of danger, and having done all the crisis demands, to stand firmly in your place. And then it goes on to say, stand therefore, hold your ground. And this is what he was speaking to me today. So I just want to share this in case this word is for anybody else, that if you've done everything, if you've followed what He's told you to do, if you have listened to His voice, sought His voice, and you have applied what He's told you, and yet things just don't seem to be changing, they don't seem to be improving, they don't seem to be moving, then just stand. For me, this is what he was telling me. I don't need you to pick up and wield another sword. I need you to stand in what I have told you. Stand in the promises that I have given you. Stand in the word that I've spoken to you, and just hold on to it. Hold on to the promise. Hold on to the word. Hold on to what he has spoken to you. It's coming under fire by so many different things, just by the length of time that you had to hold on to this promise, or by other people's doubt, or by other people's inability to see the promise. But none of that negates God's word, none of it. The time, the doubt, the fear, the what ifs, it doesn't change his word. It doesn't change his promise. Just like, when he's told Abraham, I'm going to make you the father of many nations. That promise was thoroughly tested. Thoroughly. I mean, Abraham and Sarah, they got to their, 90s and they still didn't have a child. They were way past childbearing years and the promise hadn't come to fruition. And yet it still did. It still came to pass. It always was going to come to pass. It always was going to be done by the hand of God, not by Abraham, not by Sarah. And in fact, when they did step out, and cross that line and try to get it done themselves, try to fix the problem, try to fill the void of the promise, then that is when things got really hairy. They ended up birthing an enemy to their promise. A lifelong enemy to the promise was birthed through that. So I guess, this is encouragement for you. It's encouragement for me. Don't try and work your way out of this. Don't try and pick up your own sword. Don't try and create and forge your own path. If God has not opened the door, if he has not made a way, if he has not said, okay, go, then just stand. Just stand. Stand, believe, thank him. Thank him. Thank him for what he said. Thank him for the promise coming to pass by his Spirit. And also pour out your heart, constantly do that. I think it's Psalm 62. Is that 62 or 68 that says, pour out your heart to God, O people, for he is a refuge for you. So in this place of standing, it's still difficult. It's still burdensome. Each day that you haven't got the fulfillment of what he has told you, there is a pressure that builds up in your heart, and sometimes even it gets to that point of heart sickness, because like the word says, a heart, a hope deferred makes the heart sick, and that can come to pass. But something that helps with that is daily coming to him and pouring out your frustration, pouring out your pain, your anxiety, your doubts, fears, questions, everything that comes up in your heart, in your emotions, in your mind. Pouring those things out to him daily is a way to release that tension, release that pressure. It literally is a spiritual transaction that takes place, and his Spirit comes in to fill that place. It may not be with renewed understanding. It may not be with I have a concrete, vision of how this is going to come to pass. It may not be that at all. What it may just be is literally the presence of God inside your soul, which is just a peace you can't explain, or a relief, or a sense of he's with me. I can make it another step. And that's all you need to do. Stand, and walk with him and continue to hold on to the promise. Don't let that Ishmael be birthed. Don't let it. Just stand and hold on to what he said. He will complete it. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Feel free to comment or, share whatever your thoughts or feelings or revelation you've been receiving from the Lord lately. I'd love to hear it. Bless you guys.